Coco the giant coconut crab, an adventurous tale of sharing and friendship on the sun-drenched shores of a tropical island where the ocean waves whispered secrets to the palms. There lived a creature unlike any other. His name was Coco, and he was a giant coconut crab, known far and wide for his enormous pincers and his incredible strength. Coco could crack open the hardest coconuts with ease, and he was the biggest of all the crabs on the island. Coco's shell was a deep blue, glistening in the sunlight as he climbed the tallest trees to collect coconuts. But despite his size and strength, Coco was not always kind. He loved coconuts so much that he hoarded them, stacking them high in a secret cave. The other crabs and creatures on the island were left to find whatever scraps they could. One day, a group of young friends, Ava, Leo, and their curious parrot, Pico, set off on an adventure around the island. They loved exploring the hidden nooks and crannies, searching for treasure, and learning about the wonders of nature. "Did you know," Ava said as they walked along the shore, "that coconut crabs are the strongest crustaceans in the world? They can lift objects heavier than their own bodies." "Wow!" Leo's eyes widened as he imagined meeting one. Pico squawked excitedly, flapping his wings. As they ventured deeper into the jungle, they noticed a trail of coconut shells. "Look," Leo pointed. "This must be Coco's path." The friends followed the trail, their excitement bubbling. Suddenly, they found themselves at the entrance of a dark cave. Inside, the air smelled of salt and coconuts, and there, in the center, was Coco himself, stacking his precious hoard. Ava stepped forward cautiously. "Hello, Coco," she said, her voice steady but kind. "We didn't mean to intrude, but we noticed that many of the island creatures are hungry. They can't find enough food." Coco's eyes, like shiny marbles, narrowed as he clicked his giant pincers. "Why should I share? I worked hard for these coconuts," he said, his voice deep and booming. Ava glanced at Leo and Pico, who nodded in support. "But Coco, you're so strong and have so much. Sharing even a little could help others and bring happiness to the whole island." Coco paused, his pincers still and silent. He had never thought about how his actions affected the other creatures. He looked around at his mountain of coconuts and felt a pang of guilt. He remembered when he was a small crab, struggling to find food himself. "Maybe I could share." "Just a little," Coco muttered, shifting uncomfortably. Just then, a sudden rustle came from outside the cave. The friends turned to see storm clouds rolling in, and the wind began to howl. A strong gust knocked several coconuts from Coco's pile, sending them rolling down the hill. Ava and Leo raced after them, with Coco and Pico close behind. Working together, they managed to gather the coconuts and help carry them to a nearby clearing. Coco was amazed at how the children and Pico worked so hard without even taking a coconut for themselves. "Thank you," Coco said, his voice softer now. "I didn't realize how good it felt to have help and to help others." The storm passed, leaving the island refreshed and the air crisp. Coco looked at the friends and then at his coconuts. "I have more than enough," he declared. "Let's share these with the island creatures." Word spread quickly, and soon, animals from all over the island came to share in the feast. Birds chirped happily, lizards scurried to grab bites, and the smaller crabs joined in with delighted clatters. Coco felt a warm, unfamiliar feeling in his chest, one that felt even better than hoarding coconuts. It was joy, brought by kindness. Leo looked at Ava with a smile. "See? Even the strongest can be the kindest." Ava nodded and patted Coco's giant claw. "Thank you, Coco. You taught us all that sharing and caring make everyone stronger." From that day on, Coco was no longer just known as the giant coconut crab who could crack the toughest shells. He became known as Coco, the crab with the biggest heart on the island. Vocabulary overview for kids. Crustacean, a type of animal that has a hard shell and lives in water or on land, like crabs and lobsters. Pincer, the claw of a crab or lobster that they use to grab things. Hoard, a large amount of things kept all together, like Coco's mountain of coconuts. Guilt, feeling bad when you realize you did something wrong, like Coco felt when he realized others were hungry. Generosity, the act of giving and sharing with others, like Coco sharing his coconuts. Whispered, a quiet, soft sound, like the waves on the shore. Adventurous, full of excitement and exploration, like Ava, Leo, and Pico going on their island journey. Companion, a friend or partner who shares activities with you, like Pico the parrot. Clatter, a noisy sound made by hard objects hitting each other, like the crabs joining in the feast. Booming, a deep, loud sound, like Coco's voice when he spoke.